everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 19. We're back here on Lone Oak, Oregon. We just got some fertilizing we were working on, so we're just gonna start this tractor up here and we'll pull up here and get the sprayer going. But yeah, we're over here. We yesterday we finished up field 41 over there. We got all that one done. Jumped over here earlier and got some workers going over here, so we got a little bit of work done earlier off the stream. Missed these little spots. Yeah, so we got a little bit of work done. Actually, a fair amount of work done. We just got to do a little bit more fertilizer on this field, but it's all plowed. Let's see if I can back this thing up. I don't like the articulating tractors for this kind of stuff. I kept the 9RX over here because I'm using it for cultivating. I did get a flex coil cultivator sitting right over there waiting. We did some cultivating with it already, but we'll be knocked out on that pretty quick, and then all we have to do is jump back and do some more fertilizing. But I did get another what are those tractors? 7R? I forget what those are. 6R? I think it's a 7R. But I got another one with the dual dualies, just like the other one I already had. And they're both over there plowing. Man, I could almost get this entire thing. I keep missing little bits. But they're both over plowing on field 42 over there, which we also own. And then we own field 34 and 29 up there as well. But I just want to get all these bigger fields going first. Not quite sure exactly what I want to plant on this one yet. On field 41 we did oats. So this one we might do like wheat or barley or something. Hey, what's up, Ben? How's it going, dude? Welcome back. I got a little bit done that you didn't see. Oop, and I missed a little spot again. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and drive this over here to the beginning of the field again, because we will want it to spray one more time. That little dark spot there I already sprayed. Look, we got some weeds popping up over here already too. I just need to do some cultivating. I'll just leave this right here. This whole area is already cultivated. Oh, yeah. Cultivators down here. This thing's getting nice and dirty. We should be able to knock this cultivating out quick with this thing. Super quick. And before we put the seed down over here, like we'll do some fertilizer, but after that, before we put the seed down, we'll jump back over to the other field with the other workers and see where they're at with the plowing. They're probably like finished up, but I bet they missed a bunch of spots. I did do like all the headlands over there and stuff for them, so it shouldn't be too bad for them. Just like here, I'm going to go all the way around and do the headlands, then I'll go back and forth. Yeah, I have class mods. Yeah, I have class stuff. Like, stuff like this, those, or this one. I think that's actually a separate mod from the class pack. Yeah, I got some class stuff. I think there's class stuff and like everything. Like, yeah, there's all this stuff for all that. Yeah, there's harvesters, forage harvesters. Some of their harvesters are nice. Like this one. This one's sweet. Yeah, you have that mod. Yeah, that's what's up. You're talking about the tractor, probably. Yeah. Yep. So we just got to get these other couple. I would like to get this field finished up and then the other field done, and then we got to figure out what we're gonna do. I think one thing I want to do, just for just for fun here, is I want to speed up the time, not difficulty. I'm gonna put the time on 15. Economy is normal, but like everything else is all on. Weeds is on. When you have weeds on, you always gotta watch your weeds. Like we already got weeds going, but we haven't planted over here yet. I'm pretty sure as soon as we plant, the weeds will get kind of ran over. But we'll have to keep an eye on it. We have a weeder. We'll just have to our daily kind of routine. We'll have one of our little chores type of thing. We'll have to be grabbing the weeder and going out through the fields and keep an eye on all that stuff. I was also thinking about putting it on short seasons for now to kind of get through the season faster and get our crop going faster. And then when it gets closer to harvest time, I'm just gonna actually plow or cultivate these weeds right in right now. When it gets closer to harvest time, I'll lengthen out the season time. That way, we have more time for harvesting. We could if there's a day where we have to wait a little bit longer to harvest because it's not fully done yet, or if it's a little wet, you have to wait for it to get to a certain dryness before you can harvest. So we might have to do that. But I don't want to wait like too many days to get our crop. We don't have animals going right now. Really, we just gotta do enough to be able to sustain and every as soon as we're done with all this equipment that we're releasing, like even this cultivator releasing this, we'll give it back. The lime, we'll give that lime wagon back. Um, Probably this tractor, we'll give it back. We don't need it, if you know what I mean. We don't. There's not going to be anything that we need it for. The next thing that we'll really have to work on getting at the end is like a truck and trailer and harvester. And then we'll see what our crop is total at the end when we turn all that in. I'll probably end up cutting some trees down or something like that to get some little side money. Forestry usually pays the bills pretty good. It's actually all cultivated, but like weeds are popping up. Not too worried about it. If the weeds get bad, all you have to do is come in and spray. If they're like adult, grown up weeds. Do I have the Ford Mustang mod? No, I don't. I can't plow a field with a Ford Mustang. I barely even drive like the trucks, the flatbeds. I have a couple of those on my Sussex farm. I'd barely even touch them. I'm usually always using like a tractor, even to drive around. Tractor pulls equipment and gets the job done. So I'm almost always driving a tractor or a truck, semi with a trailer or tanker or something. Like it's fun to play around with and go fast and stuff like that, but I usually try to do it pretty realistic. Even the way right now, what I'm doing right now is not even necessary. It's just the more realistic way of doing it. The field right there is already plowed. I could come right in with a planter and put seed down on that in this game. But the way I do it is I plow and I lime. That way the lime gets into the soil and amends the soil. And then you put fertilizer over that. That way that also gets in there. And then you cultivate over that. That way it like gives you a nice seed bed. It's all flat, not all chunky, you know, valleys of soil that the plant has to get buried by. You have a nice seed bed and drop some more fertilizer on top of that, and then put your seeds down. It's like a lot more realistic that way. And another reason why I do it, the only reason why I really do it, is because it allows me to do it allows me to do another fertilizer state in between. So like the ground I'm driving on right there has fertilizer on it. I can't go back over it again and spray it. But as soon as I cultivate it, I could then now put fertilizer on it again because it's a whole different stage of fertilizer. So I kind of cheat it that way. That's actually why I do it. But it is more realistic as well. So win-win there. Like some people wait until their plants are growing, sticking out of the ground, and they come back in and they start fertilizing them. Then I like to just sit back and watch them grow. Yeah, this cultivator though does a good job. This tractor does too. It does a good job pulling it. It really does. But I usually use like the big Fent, the tracked Fent. I usually use that, or you could use a Challenger. You could use the Case Quad Track. We could use all kinds of different stuff to pull this. A Big Bud. Big Bud works really good to pull this. Actually, it might even be the best one. It just doesn't go as fast. You can't do 21 with the Big Bud. So I think it only goes 19. So the faster the tractor, the better. Oh, cultivated his land over there a little bit. Sorry, neighbor. Hey, what's up? We got 4 people on here. What's up, you guys? I hope you guys are all having a good night tonight. Alright, so that's all the cultivating for this field. So we'll get that all folded up there. Oh, now we got 5 people on. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hello. If you're new, please subscribe. We have a lot going on. A lot more to come. Pretty fun, relaxed channel and stuff. And we usually have a pretty good time. Alright, so I'm going to do this fertilizer a little bit more here, I think. Then I'll pop over and I'll get the planter. But then we'll go check out what the other guys have going on over there and see if they're all done plowing and probably get one of them set up doing lime. That way, when we get done with this fertilizer here, we could have this either picked up or we could take it over to them so they can start fertilizing over there too. Hey, what's up, Pooter? I'm here, but I would be here sooner if my notifications worked. It's all good. I've only been streaming for like maybe 20 minutes. Glad you're back. You know about when I stream, so you're usually on a pretty good time. Man, too bad I can't fast farm with this, huh? I totally just tried. I thought I was gonna fold it up. Wouldn't that be cool if you could fast farm with this thing? Yeah, so right now we're doing our last fertilization stage, I believe. Set cruise control here. Go into our menu. Oh no, we're on. So on this field, we'll have to do one more after we plant, which is fine. Sometimes it happens like that. On the other field, it was weird. I think maybe because it was grass that we plowed into it, it gave us an extra fertilization state. Because in seasons, you need three. There's three fertilization stages, where it's like normal is only two. You gotta do a little bit more work on seasons to prep your fields, which is cool because it makes it more realistic that way. This little fertilizer sprayer is not bad. It's a little bit slower. I usually use like pelletized fertilizer, like the dry fertilizer. That's what I usually use. But the spray is not terrible. This one goes a little slower. So like eventually I think we'll have to like maybe next season or something if we're still on here doing this next season. I'll probably get the bigger like Rubicon sprayer or something like that. Yeah, and that dark area there has already been sprayed. I kind of doubled over. I couldn't see where I'd sprayed because I cultivated over it. So when I was spraying back over to make sure I got the whole area, that area got double sprayed already. Oh, but I missed a little spot back there. That should be good. I'm just trying to get like, try not to miss spots, but I'm trying to get like the biggest coverage, the most coverage, without overlapping the sprayers too much over there on the left tip of that boom out there. Darn weeds are popping up, guys. Man, hopefully we get all this done before the night. Right now it's 4:24 in the afternoon. 4:25 in the afternoon now. 4:20. I guess 15 goes pretty quick, huh? I might want to slow that down just a little bit. I would like to get both these fields at least done today, all in the same day. So let's see. Turn that off for a sec. We'll put it on 5. I want to go faster than 1, but maybe not quite 15. We got a lot of work to do. It's 4:30 right now, so if we put a good solid hour and a half in or so, we should be able to get pretty far through it. Like this field, most of the work has already been done to it. We just gotta put some seed down, and you come back later on and hit it again with fertilizer later. We don't have to do it right away, as long as the seeds are down. I just want them all down, early enough, all kind of the same time, the same day. That way, it's like not half a field popping up one day, and then the next day the rest of the field pops up, type of thing. Those weeds should go away after I seed. When I use the planter and plant over it, it should be just all planted. But if it doesn't, we'll come back out with the weeder and pull those weeds. If you let your different weeds go and stuff like that, it looks like a bunch of different varieties there. One little weed could have thousands of seeds in it, and then it gets all big and dries out there and the seeds go flying around and that one plant turns into 1,000 and 1,000 turns into 1,000,000 in no time. So you always gotta watch for the weeds. We don't want the weeds taking up the nutrients to the plants. We want all the nutrients, all the fertilizer, all to get to our crop that we're trying to harvest, not to some weeds. Yeah, so far it's been fun being on this map. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. It's been a long time coming. I should have already been on this one a while ago. Hey, what's up, Billy Hurls? Welcome back, dude. Just over here putting down some more fertilizer, getting some more fields going. Just got to get all of our seed in the ground before this first big rain comes. Because I know Oregon, as soon as it, as soon as it, as soon as it changes into the next day, it's already raining. It's like sunny now, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be sunny tomorrow too, but nope. Look how those trees look in the distance back there. Those look good. Looks like pretty realistic, that little tree line down over the grass there. It's actually one of the better looking tree lines. A lot of maps look like that over there. But that one over there looks really good. I like all the textures in this too. Looks very good. Super realistic looking. I think there's some different crop textures as well in this one. I can't remember. Is this map free? Yes, it is. And it's a fun one too. You should try it out. Yeah, I think every map on the console is free. I don't think there's any maps that you have to pay for. There's just like certain like equipment packs and little uh, add-on type of stuff like that, DLC stuff that doesn't take up any of your download space at all for like on your game and your regular mods. But it does, some of it does cost money. But you could always like wait for a while. Usually the DLC that comes out after a while, they'll have it on sale. So if you wait, the price will drop a little bit. There's like that new Vicon. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. It's like that new equipment pack that has a whole bunch of different pieces of equipment in it. I think it's Vicon. But that one's like $12 or something right now. I'm gonna wait a little bit. It'll probably come down to like at least 10 or something pretty soon. But this game's fun. I don't mind spending a little bit of money on it every once in a while to have all of the mods and stuff. Like for all the stuff I've ever got in the game, if you like break it down by month, how much I spend on this game, it might not even be $5. Maybe a few bucks a month if you divide it all up in all the months that I've played and stuff that I've got. And I think besides that new one, I have all the DLC. I got the Platinum Edition, Platinum Expansion Pack on the game that I bought. Actually, the one that my wife got it for me for Christmas, even though I picked it out. Um, so I got the Platinum one. It just had like the extra equipment and stuff in it, and the Kloss pack stuff, which is pretty nice. And then like, I probably haven't even spent, I might have spent 20 or $25 on the game so far on DLC. Oh man, I'm all out of juice. Let's go run back real quick. We're not very far. I could just fill it up at the multi-fill station. Where in Oregon is this? I think it's like down kind of by Salem-ish. It's just, bro, it's like right down the street from you. Cause like, man, if you look over like the shed up there, I think that's supposed to be Mount Hood over there. This is either on the other side of like Hood River, that direction, out that way, but it looks like that's like supposed to be like the Olympic, or what is it, the I forget what mountain range that is. What mountain range is down there by you guys, like by Roseburg and stuff? The Umpqua National Forest, like the Umpqua Mountain Range or whatever. Looks like that's that, and then like Mount Hood. I'm not sure, but I always feel like this is down there by you, like down towards Salem, or down by Eugene, somewhere down that way. It's always what it looks like to me. That's the feel that I always have every time I am on this. I feel like I'm down towards Eugene somewhere. So I kind of by you, because you live like down by Salem, right? Sort of down that way. So all we have to do is pull this thing up to here. Oops, that wasn't a very good pull up. Should be close enough though. We could drop some liquid fertilizer in there, even though you don't see it. Gotta love a good mod. Thing that tell you can get anything out of there. All your liquids and everything out of that thing. It costs like 10 grand to place one of those. You do have to pay for everything you get out of it. It's usually a pretty fair price. Yes, yeah, yes, Salem, yeah. So how long would it take you to drive to Portland? Like 45 minutes, hour? Just guessing. I don't drive slow, so I usually get places pretty quick. Get this unfolded. Yeah, hour. That's what's up. Yeah, I get to Salem quick, but man, I always every time I drive to Eugene, I'm always like, man, I always forget how long it takes to get to Eugene, especially if there's like traffic going through like Wilsonville area, which I don't know why there's always traffic. Maybe not right now since the COVID stuff, but almost always every time I go through Wilsonville, it's not even busy in there. It's like the freaking Twilight Zone or the fucking Bermuda Triangle going through Wilsonville. Everybody has to slow down. Like, ah, oh, man, I know I need something here in Wilsonville. What is it? And they gotta slow down and think about what they need. Fucking drives me bonkers. Like, as soon as you pass through Wilsonville, everybody's doing 70, 75, 80. But like through Wilsonville, everybody's like crawling 50 miles an hour, fucking getting backed up for no reason. I used to work on a buddy's farm down down by Canby area down there, so we used to drive down there all the time. Not quite as far as Salem, but it's down that direction a little bit. It's not too far past there. It's gonna get dark early on us, guys. Even at 5 speed, time is going by quick. It's early spring too, so I bet, by 6 o'clock here, it's gonna be starting to get dark. We'll see what we could get done today. We haven't even started putting seed down to this field, so we're at least gonna try to get seed down on this one before the day switches over until into tomorrow, and then the other one will have to come back. I'm actually just gonna set a worker right here right now. I want to go check on these other guys because I know they didn't finish up all this. But look, they got a bunch done. I did like a bunch of the headlands, and I was out here plowing around too not too long ago. Before I started the stream tonight, I was on here for a little bit. Just gonna set this guy here, and then our other guy is here. Which she is the same, two of the same tractors, same plow. So we got two of these plows going, just ripping. Before it gets too late in the day, I want to go into my season settings and make sure I switch it to like 3-day seasons, so they're short. I wouldn't do that if we had animals, but since we don't have animals, I don't mind making it a faster season. And then I'm not even sure if I'll even get animals this season. I think what I want to do is work on getting a bunch of stuff made for them this season, and then like we can get all the straw going, all the different stuff that we would need for the animals going this season, and then that way when we have the animals come in, we already have all the stuff for them. We don't have to like buy the stuff for them. We'll probably buy some, but we won't have to buy as much. We'll just already have it from what we've already grown. So I think that's the plan on animals. Probably do cows. Really nice cow pasture over there, so we'll probably do that. I think all that part's done. I was already up here clearing this up earlier. I think we might be done plowing over here. So I'm just gonna park this right here somewhere. Neighbor's dog's out on their porch barking. More like squeaking, a little tiny dog. My neighbors are kind of annoying. They're up there, excuse me, they were up there fighting and shit earlier, stomping around over my head. I had to go up there. They're like, "Oh man, so sorry," but they just keep on doing it. So it's kind of being a little bit of a nuisance. All right, so I'll probably see about going around a whole headlands here. That way these workers can get busy on doing some stuff. Yeah, watch when the sun goes down today. It's up there right now, but when it goes all the way down, it's going to get dark out here. Really dark. You can see it's already getting pretty dark. Oh, he missed a little spot down there. Looks like right over there might have got missed. That's right, we still have the other tractor hooked up with the plow, and he's probably just about done over there. And that fertilizer guy's probably just about done. And we'll set this guy up as a worker as soon as I make it back around. See, maybe it didn't get missed, or did it? Yeah, it did. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I can see it. This area right here didn't get plowed all the way. That was good timing anyways, so he's all done there. We'll clear up this little bit first. Those birds are chirping, huh? Crows going. That is like what it sounds like in Oregon too. They actually did a good job of that. We got a lot of crows here. I always hear the crows going and birds chirping. It sounds just like outside here, just like that. Sometimes I get them. I hear both of them sometimes going, where it's like the birds actually chirping here and then the birds chirping in the game. Sometimes I get them like crossover where it's actually one or the other, you know. It's like, oh, it's in the game, but really it wasn't. It's actually a bird right out my window. See if he missed any other spots. Looks like he missed something right there. I could always see it like twinkling. It always looks different to me. I can see it like even in the dark. I can see it. The little spots up here too, like right here. There's another one right up ahead here. Just gonna drive this whole path here. That's where he's turning around. He was missing all these little spots. You can see good when you're in cab when you got the lights on. And then right down here got missed. Yeah, that should be good. Fold that up. Yeah, so I got all that. Let's see, do I need this tractor over here right now? I don't think so. Oh yeah, and yesterday I was talking about you could pick up two of these plows at once, like you could hook them together. This is what I was talking about. Which I don't think it makes it any better at all, but if you like carry them or transport multiple plows, you could put them together like that. Yeah, I don't think you're really supposed to do that, but you could totally, um, you could totally carry multiple pieces like that, you know? So we're just gonna go ahead and take this on back. I don't ever get stuck driving in this. You haven't been driving in the right places yet to get stuck. You don't ever get stuck on guardrails, Billy Hurls? I know you do good on the guardrail, huh? Man, it's already 6. Look, it's getting dark out here. And I still haven't... Oh, I was going to say I still haven't got a pressure washer out here, but I totally did. I forgot. I washed all this stuff already. And then I bought the new tractor, which is, I think, this one. Yeah, 1.7 hours. This is the newer one. We'll drop both of those. And I think this tractor can just hang out for a bit. This one needs to get busy, though. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit tighter on these inside corners because the way it follows, it likes to miss spots. Yep, we got a lot of work to do, boys. Looks like we're gonna be working in the dark for a little bit. It's already 6:16. You know, maybe by 8 o'clock, maybe we'll call it. We'll see where we're at when it hits 8 o'clock. Go get some rest, wake up refreshed in the morning, get right back to it. I'm just hoping it's not raining in the morning. I'll have to look at the weather. Might have to call it an all-nighter tonight, getting it all planted. That's how it is out here on the farm. You know, it's rough. It's rough and tough. Oops, for farmers right now. You know, they gotta work really hard for very little. Sometimes you gotta work all day. Yeah, those birds are getting loud. We do have a lot of birds here in Oregon, all kinds of different birds. I just saw a bald eagle yesterday. That was pretty cool. Like 15 minutes from here, from my house. Just flying over. It caught a little fish and like sat up in the tree. Yeah, we spot like hawks and osprey and different birds like that all the time. We have a lot of hawks here. A lot of red tails. There's owls at night, but you gotta kind of know where to look, and they're hard to spot just because they're at night and they're camouflage, you know. Alright, so we've almost made one lap around this field. It's a good sized field. Definitely take some time. Yeah, it's almost 6:30. We got another hour and a half to go in game. And we'll see where we're at. Alright, now I did the headlands. I'm gonna turn this off. I'll swing back around here. I'll set it up as a worker. Then I'll have to jump back over and see how that fertilizer was going over there. Dark. That's how that's going. Gotta look at the map. I can't even see how that fertilizer's going. Oh yeah, he's on the other field. Oh, and those areas we got doubled over. We'll have to come back and kind of hit those spots after. But what we can do now is we can fold this up. Yeah, it sure is dark out. See, I think as long as we get the seed in the ground tonight, I think I'll be happy with that. And we'll come back and do all the rest of the stuff in the morning. Whoa, that came out of nowhere, didn't it? I was getting distracted because is that the tractor way over there? See it in the distance back there with the lights on? I'm pretty sure it is, but it's crazy. It's like electrical flashing back there, like fireworks. Happy 4th of July, everybody! Wouldn't that be cool if they had a firework mod? You know, I'm just gonna run this. I'll run this cultivator back. I don't need it over here anymore. I'll get it washed up and sharpened up the tips on it if we have to. The little ripper teeth. And then I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna grab the planter. It's right behind the big machine shed there. That thing is flashing. very bright at night. I think for now, I'm just going to park it right here. Seems like a good spot out of the way, but not too far out of the way. And just to be certain, I want to go ahead and drop some seed in here to make sure we got enough. I don't want to come back over here. I just want to be able to get all of it done. Open that up. Looks like I need to be a little bit closer. This mod, though, you can be pretty far away with this mod, and it'll still fill it up. Even if it looks like it's dumping out on the side on the ground, it's not. It's just going right in there. A little bit more. And we'll probably do wheat over there. Let's see how we're looking. Oh, not that. This one. We could do sugar beets. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We're gonna do sugar beets, guys. And we're gonna do that on the field that we were just on over there. So we'll switch this one to sugar beets, since this planter does those. It does not do potatoes. It's a totally different planter setup, but it does do sugar beets. So we are gonna plant sugar beets. And what's going to be good about sugar beets, you can feed them to the pigs and stuff like that. It takes a lot of root crop type of stuff like that to do pigs. And like sugar beets is a lot to like haul, but they're pretty resilient, and you can like leave them in the ground for a little while. And you don't have to worry about them too much. So I think that would be a good way to go. I think we're just actually going to start this way. I'm going to do a whole, oops, just got bound up there a little bit. I'm going to do a whole headlands pass all the way around first. See how this goes in the dark here. Drop it down, turn it on, sugar beets. Start going, and then we'll hit the fast farm. It's already almost 7 o'clock right now. We got 1 hour in game. See if we can knock this out. If we have to go a little bit past that before we call it a night here in the game, then we'll do that if we have to. Looks like we just paid some wages to our workers. They do a pretty good job, though. All in all, you know, no complaints. They're still out here working, and it's nighttime. Well, we've got one worker still going. Helper D is blocked by an object. What's the object? Ah, come on, guy. Right as I was giving him credit for doing a good job. Man, I don't even know what he's doing over here. Where'd you leave off, dude? Oh. You know, I think we're gonna go ahead and send him home for the day. We're just gonna sit over here. We're gonna finish this out real quick. Oh, it's off. I thought we left it on. I should have just left it going. Drop that back down. Re-engage fast farm. See if we can knock this thing out. And does it take care of those weeds? Yeah, it sure does. So when you plant over it, the weeds go away. I'm keeping my little mini map open there too because I can't really see that far in front of me. So when I'm watching my little symbol down there, I know that I'm almost down here to the end. Gives me a better chance on turning around in time or being ready for it, you know. If you need the map on, turn it on. No shame. Let's see if I can get this like that. Just gotta get around those poles, you know. There we go. So we've already almost made a whole headlands pass here. We're just gonna keep on going around and around and around and around and around again until we're done. Alright, so now we got that going. That way we got all of our edges done. We can just keep on going around and around. It actually won't take that long. This planter does a good job, knocks it out quick. Whoa, getting a little crazy there. Hopefully I didn't miss any spots. So what happens when you're going full speed, you don't hit the brakes. I just got it on cruise control. And I can't tell when that line's gonna come up. Like, I can't see it on that mini map anymore. Only for like the outside, which is fine. I won't be running into like telephone poles or anything. Yeah, see, it's right there. Just gotta take it off of cruise control when I'm making my turn. And with the, like I always say, with the articulating tractors, you gotta like not oversteer. I oversteer all the time, and then like overcorrect, go back too far the other way. Yeah, we're making short work of this. I bet we get done in the next 33 minutes in game. Let's see, 32 minutes in game. Let's see how we do here. Oh, that sure slowed our time down. Just watching the clock instead of watching what I was doing. Probably would have made it. Now we're probably not going to make it. Just kidding. We still have a little ways to go. Oh, I thought that was our turn. It's just the way that it was fertilized right there. Let's tricked me. That also messed up our time. Darn it. There's our line. Here's your sign. Mr. John Deere, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Are you new? If so, please hit that old subscribe button down there. Drop a thumbs up if you'd be so kind. Just getting some nighttime planting going before the day runs out here. Gotta get the seed down. I still haven't checked the weather. I'm not even sure if it's raining in the morning or not. If it's not, that's awesome. If it is, we'll have to do what we have to do, right? Mr. John Deere. I got a bunch of John Deere on this. Well, I don't have a bunch, but most of my equipment here is John Deere. Liked and subbed. That's what's up. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. This channel's still new. It's still growing. But I have a bunch of videos on there. Make sure you check those out, too. Drop a thumbs up on those if you like those as well. There's a bunch of videos on there, though. Go check all that stuff out. Oh, I was about to turn there again. It's that freaking... The way the fertilizer looks there keeps on confusing me. I think we're getting pretty close. Look at that thing sparkling off in the distance. Usually you can't see the lights from that far away on a tractor in the game. It takes a while for it to pop up, like when you get close to it. Like all of a sudden then you can see it, but it's twinkling up at me over there. How many slots is this tractor? 40 something. I bet it's like 42 probably. Just like any old John Deere. Yeah, I missed a couple spots back there, it looked like. To go back over there to investigate real quick. Oh, that's just the way the lines were facing there. So hard to tell. I know that that's cultivated there on the right. Yeah, it's so hard to see out here. It's getting really dark. I told you when the sun goes down, it gets dark. You get lost out here almost. Alright, so that's all good to there. Got 11 minutes in the game to finish it up. To hit my goal. Like I said, if it goes past it, it's fine. I just like kind of hitting the goal I set myself, you know. You know how it is. We better have slots on the new console and the next farm sim. Oh, no slots? Yeah. I bet we'll still have some kind of slots, but I bet we'll have more. Especially if it's going to be like on the new system, you know. That new PS5 I hear has like a solid state hard drive and all that type of stuff. And if that's the case, potentially it's almost like a gaming computer, pretty much. So potentially it might not be any slots, because with that solid state hard drive and enough, if you have enough gigs of RAM, being able to push all that stuff, you know, you can, um, you know, it could potentially be like a gaming computer, the new console. I'll probably be waiting a while to get that though before it comes. Before I, you know, when it comes out, I'll wait a while. Usually don't want to get the system right away, from like my experience. Usually you want to wait for it because on like the next version or whatever will come out and it'll be like better and all the little bugs and fixes will be there. You don't want to spend your money right away on it unless you really, really want to. I use all slots. All you say, use all of your slots on Lone Oak. That's funny. It's easy to do. I usually try to keep mine around 1,000. I find that my game runs better when I don't. Yeah, maybe I'll go like 1,100, but I usually try to keep my game, um, around 1,000 slots. Yep, and it's now 8 o'clock, so I didn't quite hit my goal. I bet if I didn't have to turn around and get spots and do a few things like that, would have been right on. Because we're almost done. I think another pass or two, and we got it already. Doesn't help it's dark. But as soon as I get done here, we'll go ahead and tow this back over to the farm, and then I'll get some sleep, skip through the night, and we'll start fresh in the morning. That way we can actually see what we're doing. Yeah, I'm sure we're getting very close right now. But I could be wrong. This field seems bigger than I thought. Yeah, Mr. John Deere said, I'm waiting to get the PS5 too. It'll be fun watching all the videos on it first. Yep, sure will. I'll be checking it out when it drops, on YouTube and stuff like that. New technology is just crazy good. Like, I just got the new Samsung Note 10. Thing is such a fucking badass phone. It really is. I haven't even played around with it that much, but the camera is so good. Takes such good pictures. But just everything about it is super smartphone, and I can wirelessly charge and share battery, and wirelessly share battery, and 3D scan, and all that type of stuff. It's crazy. You said this Christmas it's coming out, right? I have no idea when it's coming out. I've heard talk about that one for a while now. But I've been hearing more talk about it, so I imagine it would be coming out. Um, yeah, maybe this Christmas time, October probably. It's usually when that type of stuff would drop if it's going to. And we just got this last little strip right here to clean up. Can't even see past the nose there. And a little bit there. And once we get to the end here of this little chunk, I think that is it. So we'll turn that off or raise that up. Something you can always do also is you go into your map here and you can always check. So we got to do a little bit more fertilizing and stuff like that. But we are all planted. Looks like they had some sugar beets over here. But we did sugar beets on that whole field. That's going to be a lot of sugar beets. We will put a multi fruit grain silo down, probably somewhere over here. We'll try to get this plot here. We could wait a while. It's towards the end of the season. We'll have to work on that. So we got all season for that. Our main silo there will accept our oats. Not sure what I want to put down here yet. Looks like gold little specks. Is that like gold nuggets? Oh. placed around. If you guys played like Farm 15 and Farm 17, there was gold little nuggets and stuff or coins that you had to go around and find them all. And once you found like 10 of them, I think it unlocked the location for all the other ones. And then it's pretty much just like a treasure hunt to see the map, but it's pretty fun. You said, do I watch DJ Goham? Yeah, I watch all the guys. I always tell everybody I watch all the guys. Get a little smoke here. Yeah, I watch like Clutch and DJ Goham and Mr. Sealy P and Daggerwin and former Pickle and the Squad and all those guys and some other people. My homie Irish Wolf, I watch him. I watch Kittle Got Game. Those are two people I actually chat with, like on the chat and stuff that stream on my level of streaming, pretty much um, on console. A lot of the other guys that you see, like DJ Goham and Clutch and all those guys are all on PC, and this is all on PlayStation. That's why CLP is awesome to watch because he's all on console. I knew it with that fast farming. Oh yeah, most people know about the old fast farming though. That actually played the game. And I say that actually play the game, that actually like understand the game and all the different stuff and the little glitches and mods and all the different stuff like that. Those are people that actually play this game. Anybody out there is doing like mods and stuff, or not doing mods yet? Don't you know? Don't shy away from the mods. All that stuff's super easy. All you do is go in there and you just like, ooh, that's cool, and you click download, and it just puts it on there for free. You don't have to pay anything. It doesn't do anything extra. It doesn't take up space on your system. It's just in menu, in game. They already have that amount of space allotted for that amount of downloads you get. So you just gotta keep it under 100%, or keep it at 100%. I think mine right now is 99% full of mods. So some of the maps, if you have more maps, takes up a lot more space. So I think for right now, I'm just gonna park this thing here. We're gonna go over here and catch some Z's. All you gotta do to sleep. Turn on our light here so we can see where we're going. This is a cool little shed too. I think you can open this, yeah. So if you want to like store a small mower or something just for fun, or a really small tractor or something, you can put that in there. And, you can store a couple other things out here. So that's kind of cool little one. It's like the dog's inside sleeping. Can we pick this up? Oh, that's cool. See if we can make a shot. Oh, that's the wrong button to throw. I just pushed drop. Pick it back up. See if we can make a bucket. Oh, we gotta be a little bit closer. On 17, there was on Goldcrest Valley, there was a hoop on there. If you made a bucket on there, you got a achievement, like a trophy achievement type of thing in the game. It was so funny. I didn't even know that was a thing either. I'm like, oh cool, there's a hoop, and I shot it and I made it, and it was like, oops, I pushed the wrong button again. Grab it. It was like, you get a trophy, or you earn a trophy. I was like, sweet. Whoa, that was way too far. Where'd that ball go? Did it disappear? Oh, where'd the ball go? Did it go in the garage? It'd be kind of weird if it rolled through the door. Oh, where'd it go? It disappeared. Or it's in the back of the truck. Huh. Very odd. Maybe it'll pop back up after we go in the house here. And I think it's this door. No, it's this door. Right? Oh, no, that's the right door. Oh, man, it's dark in the house. Could have left a light on. Well, at least I got the fire going. Where's the lights in this place? This is dark. I don't think this is where we sleep. Nice little office. Oh, they got the gaming computer set up. They're probably up here. They got the John Deere book out there too. I like that. It's a good touch for this map. You said I only. Oh, you said mine's 50%. You said I only download one map at a time to save space. Yeah, that makes sense. But if you go back and check out my other videos and stuff like that, I got a bunch of different maps. I have like No Man's Land, like La Coronella. What else do I play? Sussex Farms. It's hard to only have one at a time for me, because I'm doing so many. I forget where to sleep. Maybe at the bed. I think the bedroom's actually right back here. Oh, that's the closet. Sometimes these door triggers can be like kind of finicky. Oh, there it goes. At the bedroom, sleep here. Yep. Oh, but before we do, I almost screwed up there. I want to go in here to the seasons menu, into settings. And this is our crops too, so we'll be in oats. This is, you see like the first, or like maybe the third week of winter right in there. That's right when we're gonna want to sell sell our oats. So we have a long time. We have to wait until winter time to sell if we want a good price. If we're selling in the summertime or in the autumn, like beginning of autumn, right there when we start harvesting. If you sell it right there, it's usually a low price. Do I play on PC too? Nope, I sure don't. I play just on console. I wish I could play on PC too. I would do both. I like, the controller. I do want to get like a steering wheel and a control panel for the game and pedals and stuff like that soon. I do need to get a computer so I could do like editing, and I want to do like time lapse videos and stuff like that. But you see oats are here, and then let's see for. Did I just pass right by? Yeah. Oh, sugar beets. There we go. So yeah, around the same time, winter time, or right now, where we're at right now is pretty high price as well. But you see like winter time, like midwinter, right in that range there. Sugar beets are doing really good. A lot of stuff is pretty high right in there. I guess egg sure fluctuates a lot. Wood chips is way up and down. I guess it's like summertime. The biogas doesn't need wood chips as much probably because it's summer, and then they need to put out a bunch of energy because everybody's using up all the energy in the wintertime. He said, I want PC but don't know how to build one. Yeah, for sure. You could buy one. They're expensive though. Have someone build one for you, but that's expensive too. So you see, season length is 9 days. That's gonna be beautiful. Like we'll probably even do 12 days when it gets into harvest time like that. That way we can kind of be picky and choosy with what day exactly we want to do our harvesting. But for now, we're gonna drop it down to 3 days. That way it goes really fast through. Um, I'm not sure how much work we're gonna have to do there. I'm not sure how much is gonna happen when the day rolls over. I was trying to figure out the good way to say it. So like into the next day, I'm not sure what everything's gonna look like on this next day. So that's what we're gonna do though. We're gonna do a 3 day there, and we're gonna hit this sleep. Probably have to back off of it and go back in. And we'll do a whole 12 hours here. See what happens. Oh, look at all that rain. Oh, it stopped raining though. Oh, more rain. Is it still raining? Yeah, it was off and on the whole time. Synchronizing the game. PS4 is all I know, so I'll stick to it until I get the PS5. Hell yeah. How many day seasons you use? Um, I was just showing that right there. I just switched it to 3 day seasons to skip through the season faster to get our crops going faster. And it's pouring out. Is it raining into the house? That rain looks like it's coming through the windows almost right there. It sure rains in this shed, so that's a good thing. Like the homie Irish Wolf, he put a bunch of bales, I think, in this shed. This shed is not seasons ready. It's not prepared for that. Yeah, you use 24-day seasons. Yeah, that's a long season right there. When you get, I was just talking about how where I'm gonna try to speed up through to get into my crops sooner rather than waiting. Um, but when I get into harvest time, I'll stretch it out to like 12, at least 12-day seasons. That way, I can pick and choose what day I want to harvest on more. Once you start getting further into seasons as well, you can stretch it out more if you have a lot going on. You know, that way you can take care of your animals more and all that different type of stuff. It's more like a doing a full year almost. It's pretty cool. But yeah, you see in here, you don't want to put your straw in here. You don't want to put your bales in here on seasons because they will just disappear. The rain will wash it away. If not, it's just leaky a little bit. I guess it is a little rainy, but look how rainy it is out here. Oregon is soaking wet. That's how it looks like all the time here. Liquid sunshine. Look, it's like sunny too. I'm not surprised you can see sun reflecting off over there and then rain. It looks just like Oregon so much. Hey, you found that the hard way? But yeah, let's go see if any other sheds over here. You also have fuel right here, I think, right? Fuel tank, I think. I like that little outside light. That's nice. Like I said, I don't know all the different stuff. Looks like these are nice and dry. Oh, I do see some drips coming through. So you gotta watch for that, because that will ruin your stuff. Let's see in here if this one is like that. Oh yeah, this one's a wet one. You guys hear that thunder? Let's see if it's wet in here too. See, that one leaks too. And that one. Can I turn that on and off? It's too bad you can't activate the dryer on here. Pretty cool silo though. And even those have a little leak too. It's definitely the drier looking one out of all of it. I bet you could probably store something like that back here. Bales. I bet you can store bales in here. Might even just try that. See how's this grass looking. It says ready to harvest. The grass looks a lot different in this one than it does in the other games, you know, when I'm mowing and stuff. It says ready to harvest. It doesn't look like it's ready to harvest. Alright, so where are we at? Where are we at? Got the lime going. Now we can actually see what we're doing. See if you missed any spots up here. I wonder if I missed any spots over there planting. How the weeds are or any of that. Let's see. It's a good way to look at your field. Yeah, look at all those weeds. So that's going to be a chore we're going to have to do. Let's go around and do all the weeding. Which is fine. It's a new day, so every day we'll have to come out and pull the weeds. You know, that's not too bad of weeds for a 3 day season, you know, so that's all we have to do is that, and then any weeds that are on here, which there's some weeds there. There. Whoa, that thunder's loud. I have my headset turned up pretty good, so I hear all that stuff. Farming in the rain again. I swear it rains all the time here. It'll be nice getting this field done because this will be our third field, and really, like, those are big fields. That's a lot of field. But if we were able to get another couple of fields like right there close to our main farm, if we could like work up or maybe take a loan out to buy another field or so, it'd be pretty cool. We got all this equipment here. I wouldn't mind using it a little bit more before I return it. Because like we don't need like a lot of this stuff we're not gonna need throughout the season at all. Like even if this tractor is the one that we leased, we don't need this. We don't need the weight in the front. We don't need the lime spreader anymore. Hang on just a second. My cat is being stupid. She keeps on opening up my daughter's door. Give me a second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Man, the last few nights my cat has been like going into heat and stuff like that. She smells like a male cat or something. She's been like tripping out. She keeps on like opening up my daughter's room because that door doesn't close very good. She keeps on clawing her way into there, like pushing the door open, and it's just so annoying. So now she's in her little cat kennel. Like you said, small bales, you can pick them up. So you fill the house with bales. That's so funny. Yeah, small bales are kind of cool. I've always gone with the large baler myself. It's easier to handle less stuff than more stuff, I think. Alright, so we're just going to get this guy set up as a worker here. And then don't need this planter right now. Just gonna park it back here for now. Alright, so the next thing we really need over there is fertilizer. So I'll use this tractor here for that. We have 91% in here. We'll come back and do this field because that's planted, so I'm not too worried about that field at this point. I'll come back and do fertilizer later on in the day. I just got to get this fertilizer down. That way I can cultivate. That way our fertilizing stages are right. This thing definitely goes a little slow, but it sure gets it done. And it's a wet one out here today, guys. Oh, I'm missing a spot over there. That's right, I'm going to back up this way and then go down the long stretch there. Hit the old cruise control on. Take a sip of my Gatorade for a little bit. Tropical cooler. Like a green Gatorade. It's pretty good. For some reason I thought it was this green apple one that my wife always gets. Looks almost like the same color, but that one's actually really good. The old tropical. Yeah, it'd be nice to get one of those giant fields. By next season, we'll have a bunch of these fields up here. We'll see how far we get in this map. This one's a really fun one, especially like once we like actually start getting into something more than just fertilizing and planting and cultivating and plowing and all that stuff. It's a fun map for sure. Just from what I played on a little bit and from what I've seen everybody else do, it's definitely a fun map. So there's gonna be a bunch of stuff for us to work on, and we should be able to get a pretty cool farm set up. There's already all the buildings set up for us, but after we add everything, after we can afford to make the moves and be able to buy stuff, and we'll have, you know, all the livestock going and all that, should be pretty sweet. But like, look at how big that field is. That field's huge. It's a big old field. Yeah, anybody watching this video though, if you guys haven't played Farm Sim yet, you guys should definitely go grab a copy of the game. I'm not sure, it was free there on the PlayStation Network for a while. It might still be free. Maybe it was all this whole month. I think it was free. I'm not sure exactly, but for like 40 bucks, though, you can go and grab this game, and it's super fun, super relaxing to play, and yeah, you get to run all the different equipment, and that's my favorite part. Like I like farming, like growing and planting stuff. Um, but my favorite part of this right here is all the fact that you get to operate all the different equipment. That's pretty awesome. I've always wanted to be like a heavy equipment operator or something like that. Like when I was younger, growing up, I operate some stuff, you know, like forklifts and stuff, but nothing too major. Boom lifts, telehandler type of stuff. I've always wanted to run like a big excavator. That would be fun. Moving like rocks or something, gravel, just something like that. Like Gold Rush, that'd be tight. Just waste a little bit of fertilizer there. No biggie though. This thing has a pretty decent tank on it, which isn't too bad. Let's see, he's almost done down there. Maybe he is done down there. I'll have to go check on him. I bet he missed a couple little spots. And if it's like a little small strip of lime like that, it's not that big of a deal. It'll take us a couple years to get these fields fully dialed in exactly how we want them. That's usually how it goes when someone takes over a farm. Because somebody else already had this farm going one point, once upon a time. Man, look at like all those trees. That'd be good to actually clear out all those trees right there. That'd be actually a fun little spot in a forest right there to deforest. Because I would like to be able to expand this whole field back into a square, you know, instead of having this whole little bit right here. I bet we get rid of all that stuff down there. But maybe not. I wouldn't mind at least taking some of those bigger trees out and leaving all that smaller stuff. Kind of open it up a little bit more visually. I think we'll do that. Because starting our new farmer, it does give you all the in-between land. So we actually own all that in-between land already. Which is sweet. And you can sell it too, but you get $0 for it. So if you start off on new farmer and you have all that in-between land, don't go getting rid of it thinking that you're going to get a whole bunch of money for it. Because you don't get nothing for it. You just lose it and you can't get it back. But who would want to sell that, huh? Usually it's like you buy the fields and you can't do anything on the in-between land because you got to buy it all and it's like millions of dollars. That's how it usually is, so that's pretty sweet that they did that on this one. This map was also redone by Oxygen David. I don't remember who did this map originally, but Oxygen David, he's the one that redid this one for FS19. And I think he did a good job. I never did play the other um, Lone Oak map, but I like what I see on this one so far. Yeah, we're almost done back here on this round of fertilizer. Just a little bit more right back there to get. There'll be a little bit here to get on this piece. And then we'll finish up that. I bet there's a little bit of lime over there to finish up where that guy left off. And we'll finish up all that fertilizer over there. And really, we got to get the cultivator over here. That's right, that cultivator is going to go quick. Alright, there's that. We'll fold it up while we drive over here. Things are bouncing all over the place. That's why I don't like this one that much. But it does the job, right? We knocked this whole thing out pretty quick. Oh, come on. I don't know why the 7 miles an hour seems slower than the normal 7 miles an hour. Those birds are loud in those trees. I knew he missed a little bit. We're going to turn that off right here. We'll run over here. We'll grab this one. We'll finish up the lime. Finish up the fertilizer. Hey, it's funny. I didn't even notice, but all the rain stopped. Didn't even notice. So used to it raining here. And when it rains, it pours. But that's like Oregon, though. It's like you could go out and like, oh, it's gonna be nice today, and it rains. But it could also be like rainy, and all of a sudden, oh, it's sunny out. So it's like you never know. It could be rainy one minute and sunny the next. Rainy again, sunny again. Today was a super nice day here. It was a little hot in the shop today, um, but bearable, I guess. I left a little bit early today, but overall it was nice, perfect blue sky. A little hot, but not too hot. I think it was like 85 or something here. Yeah, 83 or 85, somewhere in that range. Alright, so I think that's it for the lime. Looks like I could use a little bit more along this edge here. I could be wrong though. Oops. Maybe that's just how it looked. Alright. So I'm just going to park this tractor and this wagon right here. Just for now. We'll get it all cleaned up and everything in a bit. It's actually not too dirty right now since it rained, huh? Alright, that rain cleaned it up pretty good. Still a little bit dirty though. Alright, so we're just gonna go back in like this. Fire this back up. And we'll get back to fertilizing. Once I do that whole pass around. Actually, no, we'll finish this up. I was gonna say I'll set a worker to it, but we're almost done. I almost did the whole thing already. Worker doesn't do very good on little areas like this. You got that fence super close. We're gonna hit the fence ourselves. I don't want to get stuck on it. Turn that off for a sec. That should be fine. Yeah, you just gotta kind of watch where you're driving and watch where that tip of that boom is swinging out there. Come on, turn the other way. Sometimes areas like this for this type of boom sprayer like this, usually it's kind of tricky. I have to be a little bit closer to that inside curve too. Oh no. Don't get stuck. Let's go. Let's try not to hit those. Alright. Just got one more little pass up the way here to finish up that strip. And now we probably have to go around one more time, right? Not the whole way, but just in this little area. I thought we had less over here. I'll set a worker here just for a bit. I want to get the 9RX here set up with this cultivator. I'm just going to leave it dirty for now, and then I'll come back later and clean it all up and stuff. Should work out fine for what we want to do. we're going to be able to knock this thing out in no time with this. So all we got to do is get it lowered down. Start fast farming there. Let's see if I made that. Oh yeah, that's nice. Look at that. Was that perfect? Hit one little post. Not bad. Let's see if we can sneak past this guy. Just gotta watch those fence posts there. After playing like La Coronella, all the fields are so close to the fence like that. It's like super close, a foot away from the fence from the edge of the field. So I got pretty comfortable being able to get close to the edge like that as I go around and cultivate. It's a lot tighter on that map than it is on this one. Yeah, those trees right there should give us a pretty good amount of money. I think those trees are going to be coming down pretty soon, guys, pretty soon. I know it's been a little slow on these last couple episodes, but you know, it's always a little slow in the start. You gotta just keep on building up from scratch. You know, we had a few pieces of equipment to start, a little bit of money, just with what they gave us on New Farmer, which is equipment, some land, and 100,000 in the bank. I did sell a few pieces of the equipment and then leased different equipment, so we have the money from that up there. That's all the money that we have is by turning in like some tractors and some baling stuff and different things that we're not going to be using at all. And then just leased the equipment that we are going to be using, because there's no reason why we need this cultivator for the entire season. Like, all I have to do is finish cultivating. You know, we'll probably keep it around just for a little bit in case we buy another field, because I don't want to release all the other equipment. But so far, you know, all the work this equipment's done has paid for itself in the long run, just by getting it done a little bit quicker with the proper machine. That's why I usually step it up. Like, if the field was smaller and like the map was tighter, I would have smaller equipment for that kind of purpose, you know. But since this type of field has big all open fields, you don't want to kill yourself on running small equipment. You want to be able to get it done uh, with the appropriate sized equipment, you know, like something like this, which is like 24 meters wide or something like that, which is like 70, almost 75 feet. It's a pretty big one. Alright, as soon as I get right here, I'm going to jump out. I'm going to finish up that fertilizing real quick, and then we'll get the cedar. Or no, we'll get, actually, we'll get the fertilizer going again, right? Oh, he was already starting to go on that part. I was like, didn't we do all that? Yeah, we did. Alright, I'm going to want to run this to the top of the hill up there. And we'll just get it all ready. As soon as I do another couple passes, we'll come back and start doing some more fertilizer again. and then we'll start putting some seed down. So I'm just going to fold this up here for a bit. Sometimes I think it's bound up on the tracks back there and it pulls a little bit slower. Yep, so we're just going to do some cultivating, and then the other stage of fertilizer, and then the seed will go down. Let's look at how this field's actually looking here. So that's our fertilization stage. You can see where you kind of did that little bit up there. So we're like, the next one will be the second stage. We'll get some seed down after that, and then we'll come back in for a third, just like the other field that we did. Yeah, this thing goes fast, you know. Cultivating a lot of ground in a hurry there. Yeah, we got 4 people back on here. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Yeah, we already got 3 hours of work put it on this tractor. Down in that bottom right hand corner it says 3.0 hours is what that H stands for. Tells you how much in-game time. Actually, I think that's actually real time, like actual 3 hours of running, like real running time. Which is pretty good since we just we only ran this John Deere 9RX for a little while yesterday. We did a lot of that field in the beginning, kind of the harder way with the equipment that they gave us, with that cultivator they gave us and stuff like that. And I wanted to get a bigger cultivator, so I had to come on through and get a bigger tractor to pull it around. Yeah, this thing's earning its keep so far. We'll probably have quite a few of these 9RXs once we get the whole farm established. I'm going to try to do a pretty big farm on this one. Big fields, big farm, like, you just got to try and push it to the limit, so we'll see what we can get done on here. Like, even this season, there's, like, still a bunch of soybeans. Like, if we could work our way up and just do side jobs and maybe some contracts, and probably a lot of it is cutting down timber and stuff like that, it'd be cool to get one of these massive fields out here to do soybeans on. It'd be nice to get a good size one to do corn. I would actually like to do a lot of corn. Oregon does quite a bit of corn. But I want corn so the pigs can have the corn to eat, and I also want corn to make chaff, to make silage, which we could take to the biogas plant, and we could also feed our cows the silage. And then we'll just need to do grass, make hay. We'll need to make a bunch of straw. We'll need, soybeans. The pigs can eat soybeans. They could do, what do they do, oats or barley or something too, I think. I forget. They do something like that. And then we can do chickens, and they take the wheat, and we'll do some wheat. This field here is probably actually going to be wheat right here. It's one of the earlier crops you could do. This thing does pull us slow up this hill, though. That's fine. This is a big old cultivator. Yeah, we got a lot more to come on this map. A lot more to come. Just getting started. This is only day 2. It's just like the second day mid-spring, first season. Lone Oak, Oregon. I'm gonna show you boys how. It's probably was why I wasn't going fast enough. I didn't have fast farm going up the hill. It would have been a little bit faster. I'm gonna show you boys how Oregon does it though. A lot of guys that are on here playing this game on FS19. Um, they're not doing Oregon justice, so I'm going to see if I can do us justice because we are definitely a farming state. And we do all the lumber and stuff too, so why not do some logging? We are a big logging state as well. Might as well cut down some Oregon trees, you know what I mean? We're definitely not going to cut down the old lone oak, though. Is that an oak tree? That's a sad example of an oak tree. I might have to download some tree mods and put a real lone oak on there. I never really noticed that, how scraggly that lone oak tree looks like. Maybe it's because it's still early spring. Maybe all the... That's probably what it is. The leaves haven't grown all the way out on it yet. I bet it looks a lot better here in the next, month or so, whatever. Alright, you guys, that's pretty much going to call it a night for tonight. That will wrap up this episode. Probably by the time you guys see it again, this field will probably be planted. But maybe not. We'll see how it goes. If I get on and do a little bit more work off stream, this field will be all ready to go. We'll be a little bit further into the day. But I really appreciate you guys all being here. As always, you guys are awesome. Go ahead and make sure you drop a thumbs up on there. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out all the other videos that I have on there. I have something like 50 videos on there now, not counting my old stuff. I think I have 50 something videos, only Farm Sim 19, so make sure you go back on there and check all that stuff out. And yeah, hit the bell for notifications if you want to be involved with all the live streams. I do drop a live stream every day about 8 o'clock Pacific time. So it'll be about 11 o'clock Eastern. So yeah, thank you guys again for all being here. Until next time, you guys have a great night, and peace out.